We were 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up. Hold me.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream, and happy Monday. Listen, man, I had to find that little clip for the intro. I hope you guys all saw that. If not, I'll play it back later on in the show anyway. But big up your damn selves. Hope you're well on this Monday, blessed week. Blessed Monday. And listen, Tottenham, man, on what looked like a quiet weekend, they can always bring some sort of, comedy to proceedings. Thought it was an ad at first. No ad, bro. No ad. I'm going to run that back in a minute a bit, by the way. Curtis, change it a bit. Let's talk about Spurs for 5 minutes. I don't know if they're worth even talking about for 5 minutes, but it is what it is. I thought that was the perfect intro. I'm going to play it when a few more people are in as well. Spurs and United are jokes. They're crazy. Ten Hag, has he saved his job by getting a draw? I'm not sure. They're being linked with Tuchel. I hope he stays. I really hope he stays. Warren says, big up Curtis in the community, please. You need to start doing hater watch-alongs. The Spurs game was mad. We would have enjoyed it 100%. After the international break, we'll get down to it. Ten Hag, best manager ever. I think he's doing a great job at United. Big up man like Danny Welbeck. Salt Bay settings. That guy Welbs. Big up Jahan, who said, big up, see, it's my birthday today. Bless up the community. Blessings. And I hope you have a great birthday, bro. And listen, man, Arsenal definitely added to it. So big up yourself. Gunner down under, Donkey proving us all wrong. I told you like the donkey out of Shrek. At first, you think he's a joker. In the end, you realise he's a smart guy and one of the best characters. You know, Eddie Murphy does the voiceover for Donkey in Shrek. And this donkey's doing bits for us, man. I'm telling you. Big up Hendon Gooner in the chat. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Good afternoon, Curtis Shaw TV and the C Unit community. So sad it's an international break. The Spurs result rounded off the weekend perfectly. And Zeke says, big up Big C in the community. Did you see Vibes Cartel use Cole Palmer for his new tune? Got money pull up in a yard rave enough times on Saturday. Madness. I ain't even seen that. That's mad. That is crazy. I'm going to check that. Ina said, am I the only one that can't feel the real threat from Liverpool for the title? Let me tell you something. Whilst they're above us in the table, they're a threat. There's no doubt about that. Do not underestimate Liverpool. I said this a few weeks ago. This is a 3-horse race for this title. This is definitely not a 2-horse race. Top Spur? What's that? You ever heard of them? No? Never heard of them, people. Never heard of them. I actually said, for a long time, I think one of Arsenal's biggest mistakes was we focused too much on Tottenham. We were caught up in this thing of we need to finish above Tottenham. Now, I think in life, to be successful, you've got to look ahead of you. You've got to look up. You don't look back. You don't look at Tottenham, who were down there, who were a laughing stock when we were growing up. I thought for a long time we were like, oh, we don't care if we win the league, let's just finish above Tottenham. You know, Tottenham are nowhere near the same level as us. They haven't won the Premier League ever. Like, you know, they've never had... Thierry Henry's bigger than their whole club. We took Sol Campbell off them for nothing. So I've always said, man, Tottenham, listen, I love laughing at them and we will, but... we got to look at Man City. But we will laugh at them, of course. Have you seen Liverpool's fixtures after the international break? Yeah, we're going to see what Slot's about. We're going to see what Slot's about, man. I think they got Leverkusen, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Arsenal. Let's see what Slot's about, man. They've had a very good start to the season, but a very nice, kind fixture list. Apart from Man United away, they've played no one notable in that league table. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Big up to everyone locked in. James said that's Vibes Cartel's son's song. It's because their last name is Palmer. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I believe Cartel. I always see him wearing Liverpool shirts, so I'm assuming he's a Liverpool fan. Don said, Curtis, I've bet on Arsenal to go unbeaten. I believe we will as well. I hope so. I hope so. Graham said, league goals this season, Manchester United 5, Kai Havertz 4. That donkey, man, he's nearly better than the whole of Man United. Dark Arts Donkey, big him up as well, big him up. He did get the green screen last week. To be honest, I should have probably give Saka the green screen this week. I did have mixed opinions on him over the weekend. Caused a bit of controversy in the comments. But I did give him his flowers as well. You know, as I said, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just a bit old school people in that. Nowadays, I remember Benzema saying something about it, that nowadays players can actually not play that well and still be deemed to have played brilliant due to the stats that they've put up in that game. And that is the modern game now. You do need to produce numbers. So, and listen, I'm not saying for 1 second Saka had a bad game. He played all right. But, you know, it's an adjustment that I've probably got to make to the modern game as well. You know, for me, to hype a player, I expect you to be incredible in your performance as well as the stats. Maybe I'm the problem in that, I'll be honest. Self-awareness is an important thing in life, people. Maybe I need to look at the way I judge players. I don't rate players as world class until I've seen them do it on multiple levels, in pressure cooker situations, until they've won trophies. People say to me, is Saka world class? I say, no, I don't think he is. And some people can't believe that when I say that. Because I still think he's got hurdles to overcome. I think he has to win silverware. I think he's got to get Arsenal over the finish line. But at the same time, as I said, and I did give him his flowers on Saturday, he is the talisman of this attack. If he doesn't perform, we don't really perform. And he is producing numbers. He is only 23. He probably will get better, you would like to hope. And also, he's had a lot of expectation and pressure on his shoulders. Since Aubameyang left this football club, Saka has really been the go-to guy for this team for 2 or 3 years, and he has dealt with that very well. So let me give him his credit. Mash said Ronaldo said fans don't care about performance anymore. They care about goals. That is why he changed from doing stepovers. I saw that interview with Ferdinand. Jake said Saka is high levels, but he doesn't get into any starting 11. Big up C. Maybe you mean when they're doing the mixed 11s and stuff like that. Kane is regarded as world-class player, yet no trophies. Yeah, maybe because of his consistency over a long period of time. He's won the World Cup Golden Boot, but I get you. I get you. I have mixed opinions about Kane as well. When it comes to the crunch, he doesn't turn up, you know. So, but listen, we'll see. We will see. Curtis Rafinha is doing his job in Spain. Leave him in Spain. I don't want him at Arsenal. We'll link with him every summer. We need to sign Dublin ASAP. Dublin? We need to sign Dublin ASAP. What, is Dion Dublin come out of retirement? What are we talking about? I'm confused here. Gibbs, explain that to me. Maybe I'm missing a joke, but... Oh, is that Diblin? Dublin, the guy from Southampton? Is that who you're talking about? I think his name's Diblin. I thought you meant Dion Dublin had come out of retirement. I seen him doing Homes Under the Hammer last week. I said, raw, Dion Dublin, he's about 50 years of age, bro. I know we need a target, man, but I think you mean the Diblin brother from Southampton. Don't worry, we figure it out. Google Translate. Daniel Dubois, maybe. Maybe he meant Dubois. Just punch up the ref, punch up the centre-back. I don't know. But I'm going to say he means Diblin. I'm going to say Diblin. Snake Eye says, big up the best YouTuber. I agree. The best Arsenal content creator. I'd take that as well. And the first content creator to give King Kai the green screen. There you go. Like and subscribe. Big up. Snake Eyes, listen. Send the address. I'll send a check in the post. I could not have worded that better myself, honestly. That's incredible. We're calling Diblin Dion Dublin. And Snake Eyes now looks like it's my burner account. Because he's heaping praise on me. Fair enough. It's nice to be nice, people. It's nice to be nice. Curtis Shaw TV mug is in the way, on the post. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, right. Do you know what? Before we start the show, because there's a few more of you in the chat, I think it's only right that we play that Tottenham intro again. I mean, I can't guarantee this won't be played 2 or 3 times today. Let's go full screen. Just enjoy it. I'm here in the background, people. Look at this.
Up! We were 2-0 up!
It's the hold me at the end. What's this hold me? Listen, Danny Welbeck. Listen, I rolled in on Sunday afternoon, right? I'll be honest. I'm painting the picture. I come in on Sunday afternoon. I turn the game on, right? I turn the game on. And I'm seeing Maddison doing that 2-0. I said, yep, that's me. I'm not watching this, right? There's no way I'm watching Tottenham because they look like they were going to batter Brighton. I said, nah, this is going to be 4 or 5. Every time they attack, they look like they're going to score. So I locked the game off at half time. I said, nah, they've won that. There's no big results really this weekend. I'll leave it. About halfway through the half, I thought, let me just check. Let me just check the score. I seen 2-2. I said, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe I've just missed the last 20 minutes of football. About 5 minutes later, Danny Welbeck, Salt Bay settings, that guy Welbs, Twitter's blowing up. I said, raw, I can't believe this. Beautiful end to the weekend. International break. They got to hold it for 2 weeks. Ange looked like he was going to cry. It was a thing of beauty. And you're right. After the international break, we've got to start doing neutral watch-alongs. That is for sure. We have to start doing that. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, actually, that I didn't watch the full game. But, yeah, that was brilliant. But beautiful scenes, people. I don't think... Do you know one thing I've realised? I don't think anybody likes Tottenham. Apart from them, like the Nando's fans, I don't think anybody likes them. Like in the group chats, I'm seeing Man United fans laughing at Tottenham. I'm like, raw, you know you lot are messed up right now. They're like, I don't care, it's Tottenham. No one likes them. West Ham can't stand them. Chelsea don't like them. Arsenal don't like. I don't think anybody likes Tottenham. It's crazy, apart from obviously their own fan base. But yeah, beautiful scenes, people. Beautiful. Danny Welbeck, knee slide. On a Sunday afternoon, the winning goal against Tottenham. I mean, you couldn't write that, could you? You just couldn't write that. I tell you what, you know Danny Welbeck? He's a bit of a cult hero at Arsenal. He's obviously nowhere near a legend. But I do think he has a little cult hero status, Danny Welbeck. I don't know why. He didn't really do much at Arsenal, but we really like him for some reason. I think what they liked about him, when he left Man U and went to Arsenal, he said he was an Arsenal fan. Man United fans didn't like that. Boyhood Manchester born. He said he was an Arsenal fan. And then he scores against Tottenham and just, I don't know what it is. Maybe the header he scored against Leicester that time. We always liked Welbs, man. He was definitely a character. He did get Rice sent off as well, but he's definitely a bit of a cult hero for some reason. Big up man like Welbs. Even though he got Rice sent off, I'm not angry, man. It wasn't his fault. He just did what he had to do. Definitely a cult hero. I thought he'd won us the league that day, man. Valentine's Day against Leicester. Chronicle said, might be little, but I'm here to pay my everybody hates Tottenham tax. Big up Chronicles of eFootball, man. Big up your damn self. They're just, Sunday, they're a joke, Big up man like Welbs. I'll forgive him even for pushing to get Declan Rice sent off. Right, let's go over the game on the weekend, people. Let's go over the game. It was an interesting one. It was kind of viewed very differently by a lot of people. I looked in the comments, and there was a lot of very different vibes towards that game. Some people were like, listen, great spirit, fight back, that's what champions do, blah, blah, blah. Some people were like, listen, that performance isn't good enough. Southampton are the worst team in the league. We had to fight back. We conceded. We looked shaky as well at times, I'm going to be honest. They hit the post and the bar. They scored. This is a team that's been, getting dealt with. I tell you, people were getting on to me in the comments. Oh, flip-flop and this, and you're overreacting, this, that, the other. It's football. That's what makes football unique, people. What people have to understand about football. Football is one of the only things that allows you as a grown adult to act very immature and get away with it. You all know what I'm talking about. You're all smiling inside. You're like, he's right. He's right. Where else can we scream and shout and laugh and go crazy and jump around And people look at you and they go, okay, that's acceptable for this 90 minutes. If you acted the way you acted during that game out in the streets, they'll be trying to lock you up. They say his head's gone, he's mad, lock him up. But for football, anything goes. Punch the chair, rip the shirt, jump around. I've done all sorts in this room. I've been doing roly-polies when we've scored before. Jumping up and down, nearly mashed up the sofa. It's football. That's what we do. So when they come in the comments and go, oh, flip-flop, you were going crazy, then you're celebrating. The game is the game, people. How boring would football be if we all just sat there calm and went, oh, we're 1-0 down. Don't worry about it. You concede, you go crazy. You score, you go crazy. It's part of the game. It's the beauty of the game. Act crazy. Do whatever you want. I think a lot of you are right, though, in the comments. The two things are probably true at once. That, on one hand, oh, roly-polies, mate. I'm rolling around on the floor doing all sorts. It's madness when Arsenal are playing. But I think the two things are true together. If you're being constructive about the performance, in the criticism, you're saying you should not be conceding against Southampton. You shouldn't be struggling as much as we struggled at times. They hit the post, they hit the bar. And you had to fight back. The positive side of this, it's another win. We showed fighting spirit again. We scored 3 goals. And despite going 1-0 down, we managed to find a way to come back and win the game. So I think the two things go hand in hand. The positive side of that is that it's another win. We're still unbeaten. And like I said, the constructive side of that is that we won't get away with that against certain other opposition. We won't get away with that against better teams, is what I would say. So, listen, the international break's here. Now, I've seen a lot of you in the comments saying, I'm really disappointed about the international break. And I agree with you, because at the end of the day, who wants to watch England play against Greece on a Tuesday night? I'm sorry, we don't. I'd rather watch EastEnders. But I think the international break is probably not a bad thing for Arsenal at the moment, as long as nobody gets injured playing for their country. Because I still think we're missing Martin Odegaard massively in this team. And 2-week international break gives him an opportunity to get closer to full fitness and also get a few other squad players back to full fitness as well. I think we're a good team, but I think we go up a level with Odegaard in this team. I know Odegaard divides opinion, and I'm critical of him at times. I think he needs to do more in bigger games, especially away from home, but I think he is pivotal to this team. I even look at this Southampton game, I don't think we would have gone a goal down with Odegaard, because I think he's the guy that unlocks that defence. So it is interesting, but I think the international break might do us good. It might do us good. We need him back. And when he's back, I think we're a better side. Even though we've done well without him. Let's be honest, we have found a way to play and win without him. But I do think we're a better team with him in the side. So Odegaard's return takes us up to another level, in my opinion, especially against the bigger teams. Shout out to Sam, big up. Karen said we need our captain back. Odegaard is our best player, says AY, and definitely one of them. Echo said we definitely need Odegaard back, but he has not been missed. I think obviously the fixtures have worked out well for us, since he's been out. Sammy said he does, though. Curtis, best player in the Champions League playoffs last year. Curtis, we are missing Odegaard and another creative midfielder. Hopefully we go into the market. Arteta tinkers with the team too much for me. He changes the way we play. Now, again, somebody clipped me up on this. When we conceded against Southampton, I said, Arteta, you're rotating too much. And I actually said he does need to rotate at times. But what I want to explain by that is, I don't mind Arteta rotating, especially when you're at home against an inferior opposition, even though they prove very difficult. What I don't like about the rotation is not only changing players, but changing the position that player plays. That, for me, is too much. Thomas Partey at right back weakened our midfield. Playing Havertz in midfield when clearly he needs to play up front. Every single Arsenal fan in the world can see if Havertz is in the Arsenal team, he needs to play up front. In midfield, it doesn't work. Up front, it's working. So play the guy up front. And that's my problem. Gabriel Jesus should not have started this game up front. I know you want to give him minutes. You want to keep him involved. He probably thought this game would get his confidence back. No, no, no. No. Not for me. And I get it. At the moment, the Arsenal fan base are very annoyed and frustrated with Jesus. And sometimes you've got to support a player when they're having the most difficult moment, because we might end up having to play Jesus at some stage. So if you're bringing him back from nowhere, is he going to be able to play? But also, you've got to be ruthless enough as a manager to go, enough's enough. Jesus, in the most respectful manner, for me, Gabriel Jesus looks finished at Arsenal. I mean finished in the sense that I would be offloading him in January if there was a deal possible. Now, some people might say that's harsh. He's been injured. Confidence is low. Hasn't been playing. We want Arsenal to win the title. You have got to be ruthless. Pep is ruthless. Ancelotti's ruthless. Mourinho, ruthless. Ruthless nature wins you titles. This is not a charity case. And Nketiah wasn't good enough. We had to get rid of him. In the end, they finally woke up to that. All them Rob Holdings and El Nenis and these, they have to go. Jesus has to go. It's respectful. I'd shake his hand and say, well done. Thanks for your time. Off you pop. I'm not kicking him out the door. He's not that guy anymore. We've upgraded. We're a better team. So I'm looking for that ruthless nature. But Arteta, you know, he's got a lot of respect for him. He worked with him at City. Is he prepared to be as ruthless as that with him? You won't be surprised by this. I'm just going to bring this up because this is breaking news surrounding Manchester City. Yeah, no room for sentiment at all. Jesus should be going in January. Forget the summer. Fly Emirates. Get him straight to Saudi. Manchester City have scored a massive victory over the Premier League. Remember, they war in the Premier League, you know. Manchester City have scored a massive victory over the Premier League after the new rules. There's a surprise. Manchester City, 4 times in a row Premier League champions. Pep Guardiola, some of the richest owners in the world. After the new rules on sponsorship deals were branded unlawful. So they found a loophole. Oh, Premier League sponsorship deals. There's a loophole. We'll find a loophole that enables us to sponsor ourselves. Because that's what Man City basically are being accused of. I'll say accused of. They haven't been found guilty. They're being accused of sponsoring themselves from companies that the owners of Manchester City already own. Which you can't do that. You can't pump money into your own club to make the books look like you're earning more money than you actually are. I said it before and I said it again, people. This 115, they'll brush that off. Like Jay-Z brushes, you need to get that dirt off your shoulder. That's what Man City are going to do. There'll be a few brown envelopes. What, 20 million fine? You owed that. What? You owed that. And you owed that. And make all this go away. So don't be surprised, people, if 115 fizzles out very, very quickly. Because I'm not holding my hopes that anything severe happens to Man City. I think they'll get away with it. But let's have a look at Arsenal. This will be a defamation case in civil court. The FA will pay Man... Listen, yeah, you're right. Man City will probably even win the case where the Premier League end up paying them for trying to tarnish their reputation. Premier League will probably have to pay Man City 15, 20 million in legal fees and stuff. They'll ruin them. They'll turn up with the best lawyers and solicitors you've ever seen in your life, mate. This will be like O.J. Simpson getting away with it. I'm telling you. We all know what's coming here. So anyway, let's concentrate on Arsenal. We've got to do our job. Let's do our job and win the league by getting the points. Let's go through the player ratings, people. I only watched the extended highlights back again. Similar story at home. 29 shots. 3 goals. 6 shots on target. 6 shots on target out of 29. And 3 goals. Southampton, 2 shots on target. And they scored 1 goal. That is crazy. It's crazy. Somebody needs to get annihilated against us. Somebody's due to hold like a 7-0. But we need to tidy up and then not get defensively lackluster at times against this kind of opposition. You have 29 shots at home against Southampton. You should be scoring at least 5, in my opinion. At least 5. Because goal difference could count, people. This looks like it's going to be a very close league. You need to put goals on the board as well. You know, that's an extra point at the end of the day. They keep listing it as 4-4-2, Siander, but it doesn't look like it to me. I felt like Jesus was up front and Havertz was dropping into attacking midfield, but it is what it is. Right, let's go through it. And again, I only watched the extended highlights, so you guys jump in, tell me what you think if I'm wrong, and give me your player ratings. David Raya, for me, gets a 6.5. Came out, missed the cross, ball hit the bar, flapped at it, to be honest. The goalie couldn't do nothing about it. It was deflected. I'll give him 6.5. He only had another shot, one other shot on target that was simple save. I might even give him a 6, to be honest. The way he came out and flapped at that, I said, boy, that looked like the David Raya that we just signed. I'll leave him at a 6. That was quite poor. He is lucky that didn't cost us a goal. Could have been a very different game. I only had one other chance at him. Do I give him a 6? People saying he was fouled. 6 or 6.5? What are you saying? Jay Black said 6 for Raya. People saying he was fouled. Fair enough. I did see a video where it looked... I didn't know whether it was just... But if he was fouled, then fair enough. Elk says 5.5. Jason 7. Uncle says 6. Dre said 6. Jorge 6. LSU 7. Joba said 6.5. Marcus says 6. You're more leaning towards a 6. I'll give him 6.5 because he was fouled. Clement said we struggle mainly in the first half to break down Southampton. Also, not taking our chances. It will hurt us down the road if we don't get more clinical. Let's go to Thomas Partey. I thought Partey, listen, I think he deserves a half-decent rating. Like, at the end of the day, he's 437 years of age. Like, what did we expect? T-Rex Partey, people, a dinosaur. He ain't going to be bombing on the overlap past Saka, is he? I'm going to give him a solid 7. I thought he did all right. I thought Partey did okay. He wasn't a problem. I don't think he should have been playing there. But I thought he did all right. 7. No one really got past him. Didn't get forward much. Was quite tidy on the ball. 7 out of 10 for Thomas Partey. I think that's a decent mark. Above average. He did okay. But let me tell you something. Don't do that against anyone better. You might get away with that against Southampton, but once we start creeping up that league table, don't even think about doing that, please, honestly. It worked that day, but no. A decent winger will cause him all sorts of problems. So, Calafiori at left back. Oh, dear. I even tweeted about this. Going forward, monster. Lamborghini Urus. Defensively, like a rusty pedal bike with a chain that needs oiling. You've all had them bikes when you was a kid. The chain, the oil's disappeared, it's dry. The chain keeps dropping off. Remember the chain used to drop off your bike when you was a kid? You're pedaling as quick as you can. You're probably going up a hill or something and the chain comes off. You might even hit your shin on the bike. Yo, man. Yo. Calafiori, bro. Going forward, you're like a Urus. Defensively, the chain keeps coming off. I don't know what this guy is. Is he a left back? Is he a centre back? He's running around like a midfielder. He looks quicker than Marino. I feel like Marino and Calafiori need to switch places. Calafiori looks quick, bombing forward in midfield. Marino looks super slow, like maybe, I don't know. Calafiori to me looks like a centre back. He doesn't look like a left back to me. I'll be patient with him. I'm not going to sit here and write him off. You need time to get into the Premier League. I mean, people saying better version of Zinchenko. That's not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see. Left centre back in a 3. Yeah, imagine Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba. Listen, what I will say with Calafiori is be patient, but defensively he concerns me. I'm not here to cap. I'm not here to cap. Calafiori defensively worries me a little bit. When you've got Chelsea and Liverpool, their right wingers, Cole Palmer and Salah, that diving in and getting caught out of position, he's being asked to do a lot. You've come from Italy, you've come to England, your manager's asking you to bomb on, invert, then you've got to recover and defend. Maybe that doesn't help him. On the ball, he's a beast. Defensively, I'm not fully convinced. What are you giving me with the rating, people? I'll probably give him 6.5. But you guys let me know. What do you guys think? Harry said Calafiori is a centre-back. You play him there, you'll see a better version. I agree with that. Leahy said Calafiori is great going forward. We just have to cover for him and defend as a team. He is a great tackler. Great going forward, I agree. I still think great tackler. I'm not so sure if we're there yet. Mo said he's Senderos with a wig on. Oh my day. And I've had Senderos on here, so go easy on Big Phil. But Senderos with a wig on is not what you want to be hearing. Fitz says 6 out of 10. I've given him 6.5. LZA said he'll be fine, 7. Vujic said people are too harsh. Calafiori 6, says Marcus. Baskaran said 6.5. Has some good recovery tackles, but too often positionally caught out. Everything I read about Calafiori before he came to the Premier League was he is one of the best upcoming centre-backs in that league. So to bring him to the Prem that's even quicker, even more demanding, and to play him left back is difficult. Leahy said, if Fitz says 6, then that's a 7. I hear you. I've gone in the middle, 6.5. Can't convert chances. Who saw this coming, says White Glove. Big up yourself. Let's go to Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba, I'm going to be totally honest. I love Saliba, 6.5. Too casual on the goal for me. Too casual on the goal. I'm going to be totally... I love Saliba. Some of you may disagree. You may give him 7s and 8s because Saliba tax weighs very heavy. 6.5 for me. I thought on that goal, he looked like he was half asleep. He was almost like, I'm so good, mate. I don't even really need to block your shot. My aura will stop the ball going into the bottom corner. I'm like, brother, in fact, let's give him a 6. Needs to be a wake-up call for him. I love the guy, but... this is Southampton, bro. So what? You thought it's Southampton, the guy can't shoot from there. Why is he so far away from him? He could have got closer to him. We know Saliba's unbelievable. We know he's unbelievable. He's been incredible for Arsenal. I do think he was arrogant on that goal. It's almost like, Southampton, mate. What are you going to do from there? Next minute, hits your foot, deflects, goes in the bottom corner. You look stupid. Casual defending. You won't get away with that against better. Fitz said Saliba a 9 then. He just does the opposite, innit? Big up Fitz. A lot of you giving him low rating. 5.5, 6, 5. Saliba 6, he was at fault for the goal by Archer. Didn't close down the space enough. I'm giving him a 6. 6, but he's been superb this season, of course. I agree. But in this game alone, not as good. Gabriel, I'm going to give a 7. I'm going to give Gabriel a 7. He was the more solid of the two. Won his headers. Did what he needed to do. The goal didn't have anything to do with him, really. So I give him a 7. But we conceded against Southampton. So I still feel like the ratings can't be too high. I'm very disappointed that wasn't a clean sheet, if I'm being totally honest. But we'll give Gabriel a 7. Let's go into the midfield. Jorginho played one brilliant ball in the first half to Kai Havertz. But apart from that, in my opinion, Jorginho should be in the hand luggage of Gabriel Jesus on his flight on January the 1st to Saudi. Hand luggage. Carry him on the flight with you. Laptop, headphones, Jorginho. I'm sorry, people. Some of you might think I'm really harsh. This is what happens when your team doesn't win a league for 20 years, people. You become extremely harsh. Jorginho's story, whatever that story is at Arsenal, by the way, it needs to end. 5 out of 10. Too many backwards and sideways passes. We need progressive midfielders. We need energy in midfield. Jorginho needs replacing. I really hope Arsenal do not give this guy a new contract in the summer. Seriously. Yeah, get him on the coaching staff, no problem. Coach the under-18s, whatever. No problem. He's brilliant around the changing room and he's a leader. And yeah, you buy Jesus, you get Georgie free. I said, you buy Jesus, you get Georgie free. Take them both. Take Zinchenko as well, free for the price of 2. 1 in the hand luggage, 1 in the suitcase. 5 out of 10. Too slow. Doesn't play the ball forward quick enough for me. He's not a bad footballer. We know that technically he's decent, but he's past his best. Way past his best. Chelsea weren't offering him a new contract. They wanted him out. We can't have him 2-3 years later expecting him to be balling out. 5 out of 10 for Jorginho. Declan Rice. Declan Rice. I'll be honest, people. I'm going to be honest. Another Declan Couscous performance for me. Slightly better than Jorginho, simply because you can run and he can't. But Declan Couscous again. No Arsenal fan can be watching Declan Rice this season and going, yeah, you look like the Declan Rice that we saw last season. Arsenal fans were tweeting last season, let's go back to West Ham and give them another 20 million. We've robbed them. He's that good. 105 million was too cheap. He's the best defensive midfielder. He's going to be Arsenal captain. He's unbelievable. I want £20 million back looking at this Declan Rice. Why are we... What? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with Declan Rice. He can't play in the 8, bro. It's an experiment. This is Dexter's laboratory we're doing right here. This is Dexter's laboratory. We're in the lab mixing gases and just hoping a potion just works. Like Nutty Professor when he drinks the blue potion and he loses all the weight. Sherman Klump. Bro, Decker's ain't at 8, bro. He might become an 8, but he ain't at 8 right now. This ain't Buddy Love. This is Sherman Klump. Declan Couscous, people. 6 out of 10. Average. Average performance. What Arsenal should have done is signed a top quality number 8. Hopefully that is Marino, whether he is or not. He is an outstanding 6. He's an average 8. That's the reality of the situation. Now, maybe when Marino and Odegaard are back and the balance is there, Rice goes back to what he was doing well. By the way, I'm not blaming Declan Rice one bit for this situation. He's being asked to play a role that he's not comfortable in. So I give him 6 out of 10, but it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I want to see him back in the 6 role. It's as simple as that. 6, but that's down to Arteta, not a good coach. As we know, Fitz is a huge fan of Mikel. This is quite mild for him, by the way. Big up Fitz, man. Let's go to Raheem Sterling. I mean, brother. Jamaica. The Cane Rose. The introduction video. They've not seen the best of me yet. But they're going to see it soon. I said, yeah. We're getting Man City Raheem. We're getting Liverpool Raheem. I mean, don't get me wrong. He wasn't bad, but he certainly wasn't good either. He wasn't bad, but he certainly wasn't good. I mean, Gaza, Jamaica. I mean, even the tax can't get you out of that, brother. I tried. Curried Goat Raheem, you're calling him. I'm telling you. Will you get them new Clarks to target? Yo, take the Clarks off him. 5.5, I'm being kind. We'll leave it there. I said that he was from St. Vincent during the stream. No disrespect to anyone from Vinny, man. I got some good friends from Vinny, but it was the nearest one that popped into my head. But yeah, we go 5.5, maybe 5. The end product. I said it. There was one where he cut inside and he tried to shoot, and I thought he was kicking a balloon because the ball just like floated in the air. I said, brother, what kind of shot power is that? What kind? Like, is his leg made out of a biscuit? You know them rusk biscuits that you used to have when you was a kid? You're like 1 year old, your mum just shoved the biscuit. You know, as a baby, you just shoved the biscuit. Just a rusk. Man's leg's made out of rusk. He can't kick the ball. I couldn't believe it. I'd probably give him a 5. Somebody said there that the best thing is at least he's only on loan. You know, you get a hire car, at least you know you're sending it back next week. Honestly, Rusk, Sterling. I used to like Rusks as a kid, by the way. They were legendary, man. When you look back at it, they had no flavour, but as a kid, Farley's Rusks. Honestly, Rusk Sterling. Crazy. Biscuit leg Sterling, man. Man's got no shot power. Yard man. Get him some fried dumpling, some steamed banana, some yam. You've been in England too long. He's eating beans on toast too much. Ruskeem Sterling, yeah, man. Man. And I tried with Sterling as well. What if Raheem watches the stream? Well, then listen to me, brother. Listen to me. Eat some proper food, man. Don't let England, corrupt you, get you all this beans on toast. Go and eat some proper food, man. You need to kick the ball harder than that. And when the man got dashed to the floor, you know how vexed I was. I said, brother, you better get up. This ain't Chelsea, bro. Nah, man, let me not say too much, because if I meet Sterling on tour, I still got to hold some sort of, respect. If I say too much, it's all over. You're gone too far this time, Biggs. You're gone too far. Right, let's move on. Rusk Sterling. Let's go to... You know what? Let's do 2 good ones. And we'll finish off with you-know-who. Who did you-know-what during this game? That you-know-what being absolutely nothing, by the way. Stock said, hey, Curtis, did you see Lamine Yamal got taken off for doing a flick during the game? Coaches are continually taking the sauce out of football. I told you. This is a stat padder's paradise now, people. You watch football this weekend. How many players did you see get nutmegged? How many players did you see get nutmegged over the weekend? How many free kicks did you see going? You don't see it. Stat padder's paradise, people. That's what they should call it nowadays. Let's go Bukayo Saka. Man of the match, 9 out of 10. Stats. The paper don't lie, people. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Saka got the numbers. Saka gets man of the match. 2 assists, 1 goal. Simple as that, people. Right foot, bottom corner, bang. Great finish. Wins the ball, gives it to Havertz. Brilliant. The cross into Martinelli is fantastic, by the way. Brilliant. He's got that cross on lock. I'll give him that. The output, for me, was better than the performance. I still think first half, the end product wasn't good enough. And it was too predictable. Second half, he produced. Give him his flowers, man. I don't want people to think that I ain't giving him... Oh, you got to get him in your FPL team. I haven't got him in. I'm having an absolute stinker in the FPL. I was in the title race. Now I'm in a relegation battle. I don't know what's happened. But, yeah, Saka done his thing. Andrew said 8.5. Not great in the first half. Bukayo, what a player, says Jonathan. Elliot said 9 for Saka. Starboy is world-class. Simples. Brett said Saka stays in my FPL. I wish he was in my team. 7 key passes, 4 big chances. Yeah, listen. Just quickly. Saka. Just to give him some flowers. People say, you're not giving Saka his flowers. When you see things like this, you just got to hold your hands up. And as I said, I'm holding myself accountable, people. I'm holding myself accountable. You guys know the generation that I grew up in. So when I seen wingers, and we called them world class, it was eye test plus stats. So maybe I'm too harsh on him, as I said. But you can't deny this. Saka's creativity. Most assists in the Premier League. 7. Most chances created in the Premier League, 27. Chances created from open play, second in the league, 17 chances. Big chances created, 13, first in the Premier League. Expected assists, which always expected assists. Them stats let me know that I'm getting old. Expected goals and expected assists is like, I just can't get my head around them. But hey, it's the modern game. I expected to be a multimillionaire now. But we're not quite there, you know. Also, Christina Miliana, I expected her as well. But let me not say too much. That Dip It Low video back in the day. Jesus. Right, anyway, let's move on before I say too much. Right, let's get back into the player ratings, people. You know. That's why you're laughing. Right, let's move on. I can hear you through the screen, people, you know. It's serious. Right, let's move on, people. Kai Havertz. The donkey! Donkeys can be useful. I used to go Skegness as a kid. It wasn't glamorous. You was a young child. There was donkeys on the beach. You sat on the donkey. You thought this was unbelievable. The donkey. Even in Shrek, you know, everything's about Shrek, but the donkey plays his part. Do you know what I mean? Eddie Murphy voice. It's still a star of the show. People laughed at the donkey in Shrek, but actually he's one of the best characters in Shrek. People thought I was being disrespectful when I was calling Havertz a donkey. It's his nickname. You know when Rick Ross says, Rose, that's my nickname. Havertz says, donkey, that's my nickname. I'm telling you. Let me tell you the biggest compliment for Kai Havertz. Scored the equaliser. Ran back to the halfway line. Couple high fives. Pulled his socks up. Said, let's go and win. Now, I've seen Arsenal over the years equalising games start jumping in the crowd. I think it was Lacazette a few years ago against Palace. He equalised in like the 90th minute. He did a knee slide. He jumped in the crowd. He was grabbing people. I said, brother, you know you've equalised. Why are you shouting like we've won the game? We've got 1 point out of a possible 3. This guy chops the defender, bends it in the bottom corner, posting in, just said, yeah, we need another one. I said, you know what, bro? You got a mentality I didn't expect. You've got an aggression that I didn't understand. I said it before. I thought this guy was some flimsy Donny at Chelsea. He scored the winner in a Champions League final. Whatever we think about him, this guy has done things that the majority of Arsenal players have never done. I said it last week and I'm saying it this week. Havertz is getting better on a week-to-week basis at this football club. He's getting better. Long may it continue. It's as simple as that. I hope he can score 20 league goals and we win the league and he's the hero. Giroud as well, that's the one. Scorpion kick, Bournemouth. What a waste, man. What a fool that guy was. Sanchez trying to grab him like, what the hell are you doing? This is Bournemouth, bro. They got a beach at the back of the stadium. You're doing scorpion kicks for an equaliser. Mentality, man. Mentality's different. So Havertz, big up yourself. Keep going. 8.5 for Havertz. Another quality performance. When he's up front, this team is at its best. Simple as that. He's a different guy. I told you, on tour last year, head down, no confidence, looked like a caged animal that had just been let out in the wild. Like, oh, what's going to happen to me here at Arsenal? Do these fans like me or not? This year, man was, shoulders back, chest out, high fives, jokes. 20 goals this year. Yeah, hopefully. I said, bro, this guy's different. Man's had the glow up. He's got that Arsenal glow up, man. I'm telling you, he's different. Imagine if we had Havertz and Yoker as well. One can only dream, right? One can only dream. Right. I said this a few weeks ago. Some players, they tempt me to just throw water over my head. Just tip it, the whole bottle over my head. And just let it... I'm trying to stay hydrated. I mean, we didn't have one donkey up front. You could say we had two up front people. And his nickname isn't even Donkey, but he turned into a donkey. Arsenal, my advice, just do the right thing. Do business class, do first class. Make sure that his flight's comfortable. Turn up in that Mercedes-Benz, the blacked out Benz, at his house. Help him with his luggage. Good day, Mr. Jesus. How many suitcases? Oh, 7. Oh, is it a long flight? Are you moving? Yeah. Oh, you're leaving. What team? Al Hilal. Oh, I've heard good things about the Saudi League. Is that your wife and your child? Good luck to you over there. Be careful. It's very hot over there. Right. Is the door closed? No problem. I'll drive you there. Hi, Mr. Jesus. We're here. Heathrow Airport. There'll be somebody there. They'll collect your bags. They'll take you to the first class lounge. Unlimited drinks. Unlimited food. You, your wife, your child. Relax. We'll take you to the plane now. You've landed. You're here. No problem. There'll be a car. Take you to the training ground. Al Hilal. 4-year deal. £350,000 a week. End it. Anybody from Arsenal listening to this, and I know people from Arsenal watch this channel, the Gabriel Jesus story needs to end. His knees mash up. He don't know what hairstyle to have. He was Jamaican last week with cane rows. The high top's back this week, HD cuts. He's just Lacazette with cheekbones. He can't score goals. He's up front running around like a headless chicken. He's being greedy when he should be passing. End the story. End the contract. Sell him. Take Zinchenko as well. The Man City story's over. Get him out. Get him out. The story didn't start. Maybe it didn't. We tried. Al Hilal, Al Shabab, Al Etifak, Al Ali, Al Nasser. Get him out. Sell him. Loan him. Move him on. Let's find out exact details. Let's figure this out. I'm going to do some work here. Gabriel Jesus. Do you know the sad thing, by the way? Cool guy. You know, on tour. Bit of banter and everything. Yo, it's even worse. He's on even more money than I thought he was on. Gabriel Jesus is Arsenal's second highest paid player. He earns £265,000 a week, which amounts to 13.7 million a season. Only Havertz earns more than him. Oh my, get this guy out of this football club. I told you, the answer is right there on the Arsenal shirt. Emirates fly better. Fly him out. Send him to Diddy. Oh my. Hey, Diddy would love the cheekbones, man. Diddy got some baby oil for you, bro. 4 bottles of baby oil. Send him to Diddy, man. Oh my days. Jesus, what? 3 out of 10. 2 for the cheekbones, 1 for the high top. Sell his clot. Have I gone too far? Tell me, like, community. You know, once the banter starts flowing, I can lose control. Have I gone too far, people? Let me know. Like a man said, take that. I don't know if I said too much. If someone from Arsenal's watching, are they saying keep him at the press conference next year? I think they've got to listen. I think they've got to listen to what I'm saying, to be honest. Get him in that Mercedes, get him to Heathrow. Not far in. Okay, fair enough. Not far enough. I like the fact that the community is like, you know, up for the violations. He's lost his burst of speed. No penetration, of course. Already lost the goals, just don't know what. That's the good question. If you said to me now, what does Jesus offer this team? I need somebody to give me the answer. I don't know. I honestly don't know. He's hardly ever in the penalty area. He don't score. He don't assist. He's got a dodgy knee. Get him out. 3 out of 10. 1 for each cheekbone and 1 for the high top HD cuts. Apart from that, bin him. Let's go to the bench. Who came on? I mean, Martinelli was the star out of the subs. Kivior, I can't even remember him kicking the ball. Tomiyasu, Tommy Beckham with the blonde highlights. Trossard was okay. Marino, tidy but looks slow but needs more fitness. Martinelli gets 8 out of 10. Big moment for him. I did tell you a few weeks ago, didn't I? When you were annihilating Martinelli, I said, keep your Martinelli stocks. It's like crypto watch dropped. Sometimes you got to hold and be patient. Martinelli will come back, people. Trust me. Trust me. There's something there. Martinelli's still got something there for Arsenal, man. He's the last couple of weeks, he's had some building block performances. Yeah, he'll start after the international break. And I thought Sterling might push him out of the team, but the way Raheem played the other day, he couldn't push the corner flag over. Never mind Gabriel Martinelli. Never sell low, financial advice. Hold, people. Hold. The market will come back. Martinelli stocks, hold on to them. The rest of them all just basically get standard 6. I can't really remember many of them doing much. You could maybe give Marino and Trossard 6.5, but... Ayadeji said, Big C, Saka has actually always been a winger. Emery played him out of position. He didn't moan about it like Ainsley, Maitland, Niles. Yeah, winger, wing back. That's what he does. That's what he does. By the way, people, don't forget, I'm live with Turkish today. We are doing the show today, 5 o'clock. Although he said he might be in traffic after work, so it could be 5:30. I don't know if he's listed it as, has he listed it as 5 or 5:30? Or has he even listed it yet? We're live today, though, anyway. You're capping too much for Martinelli, they said. No, give him time, man. Don't give up on him. There's still a player there. Do you prefer buying from Chelsea or City? Wow. I mean, from City, we've bought Jesus and Zinchenko. From Chelsea, I mean... Chelsea have ripped us off so many times. I can't even think who has actually been a... Maybe Havertz potentially the best signing we've made from Chelsea. And that's saying something because the first 6 months we couldn't stand the guy. Louise, Cech, Gallas. Havertz probably been the only one that's actually doing something. I'd say just stay away from both of them. You're right. They're both equally as bad as each other. That's what I would say. Just stay away from them all. Finally, I can go to the San Siro, buy a ticket for the Arsenal game, $88. Tickets still available on Inter's website. Only must be registered. So just let me know, bro. Have you bought them in the home end or the away end? I really want to know about that. Have you bought them in the home or the away end? Because I'm half tempted to go and watch that game, you know. Arsenal in the San Siro, Inter. Henry, 5-1, running past Zanetti. It's rolling back the years, you know. Let me know. Anyway, couple things to talk about. This is what you call rolling back the years, by the way. He said he's in the homestand. Fair enough. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, man. If they try and cause me problems, I'll start speaking Portuguese. Tell them I'm a Ronaldo fan, R9. Paul Pogba. Let's have a talk, people. Paul Labille Pogba. Am I getting carried away? Is this RSPCA again? Is this a stray dog with fleas that we've put in the back of the car, took home, shampooed it, cleaned it up, and brought it as the family pet? Is this doing too much? Or is there a rescue mission here? Let me read the story. Paul Pogba and Juventus are expected to agree on a contract termination as he will become a free agent. Talks to follow from tomorrow after the Court of Arbitration for Sport verdict. Paul will be available from March. Paul also feels a fresh start would be the best solution. Basically, he was supposed to get a 4-year ban. It's been reduced to 18 months. He's available from the start of March on a free transfer. I need to know what you guys think. Man said, fleas, this dog's got rabies. Oh, my days. It's worse. I mean, you're right. Let me just say one thing here. Arteta would not go anywhere near Paul Pogba. Absolutely Nowhere near him. The link is purely a social media discussion that is all over the place. A lot of Arsenal fans saying Arsenal should buy Pogba. He's a free transfer. We need an attacking midfielder. We should take him. There's no actual news outlet saying it. Would you take Pogba on a free? Yes or no? And he's been out for a while. You just don't even know what player he would even be anymore. But it's worth a discussion. We know Arsenal love a bargain. And as somebody just said in the comments, he's better than Jorginho. The problem is, what impact does he have on the dressing room? He was heavily criticised. Now, this is the difference. People say Ivan Toney's bad in the dressing room, but there's no story that he ever caused any problems in the dressing room. Mourinho was highly, highly critical of Pogba in the dressing room. But I want to know your opinions. Give me your opinion. Imagine Declan Rice, DM, Pogba left centre mid, and Odegaard attacking midfield. I'm trying to paint a picture, but maybe it's not a good painting. Ghost said I would take him, but I know it won't happen, sadly. J Dime said he would take him as well. SLD said Pogba just dances. Billy said Arteta likes free things. Joseph said Pogba was one of those players I was glad to see leave the league because he was so good and played for a rival. No Pogba, no Rabiot, says Neil. Paul in the 6 running the game for us would be elite. Franklin said, if you want Pogba at Arsenal, you need your head checking. He's washed. Kara said, we're going for a league title. And what is Pogba's best position? I think left 8, probably. But it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. Listen, I'm not saying I want Pogba. I'll be honest, when he was at Juventus, not now, the time before he came back to United, I loved Pogba. I wanted Pogba at Arsenal. Remember, by the way, and I'm not capping here, I'm just creating a picture. Some people would say he's just a dab merchant, but Pogboom. I used to love Thierry Henry, and because of him, I was an Arsenal fan. I mean, listen, I'm just saying. He's younger than Jorginho. A lot of you accepted Jorginho, and he looked washed at Chelsea. I'm just saying. We paid 12 million for Jorginho, by the way. I'm just saying. Let me just say one thing. I'm going to be totally honest. From a content creator's point of view, if Pogba signed for Arsenal, it would be nuts. It would can you imagine how many videos I could get out of Pogba signing for Arsenal? It would be crazy. Listen, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening one bit. I just don't think Arteta would go anywhere near him. He doesn't like players like that with that kind of ego and personality. And Pogba is a big personality and a big ego. Rice, Pogba, Odegaard, says Echo. Well, the poll is there. Let me know. I'll be intrigued to see what you say and whether you would still take him. On one hand, point to prove, but on the other hand, a lot of people would say he failed at Man United. And he's older than that now. He's 31. He's 31 years of age. He's going to want very high wages. You would be eating well. Bro, I get 30 videos out of that. Fraser said you saw the news. Yeah, basically Man City are winning their court case. Emmanuel said, Pogba on low wages, I'll take it. Yeah, Owen, I saw that. What? They haven't won the whole case against the Premier League, have they? They've won part of the case, as far as I'm aware. Unless there's breaking news and there's more. It wouldn't surprise me. They might as well just end the case already. Premier League will end up paying Man City. We all know it's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. Johan Neeskens has passed away. Dutch legend. Sad news. Yeah, Man City are going to win that case. Man City will end up suing the Premier League. Trust me. They'll win that case and get about 20 million in damages out of them. Look, Fabrizio, Manchester City confirm legal win over the Premier League after the governing commercial deals between clubs and companies were declared unlawful. There you go. The Premier League was found to have abused its position. Tribunal determined both the rules were structurally unfair. Premier League was specifically unfair in how it applied those rules to the club in practice, being Manchester City. They're going to sue the Premier League. Trust me. The Premier League are going to pay Man City in damages. It's as simple as that. They're going to get away with it. 115 won't mean a damn thing. We'll leave that one there. The poll is up. Pogba to Arsenal. I don't think it's going to happen. But it's always worth talking about. And finally, before we begin to round up people, dark arts from Arsenal. Exactly what we want to see. I hope this is dark arts and not a genuine injury, because we got big games after the international break. But it's been confirmed by the German FA that Kai Havertz has withdrawn from the squad for the upcoming international break due to a knee injury, which is obviously a worry, but you would hope it is some dark arts, because we consistently send all our players on international duty and they play both games. I mean, Charles Watt said it ain't serious. Latte saying sign him now, by the way, when it comes to Pogba. I would like to see this happen more often, to be honest. Your Sakas, you can guarantee Carsley will play Saka. Just play Saka in one of the games, man. I think England are playing Greece and Finland. You do not need Rice and Saka to be playing 90 minutes in those two games. Play Cole Palmer on the right. He's in good form. You know what I mean? Chippy Chips Palmer. And play, I don't know, Kobbie Mainoo in centre midfield and somebody else. Give them a bit of a break. So, listen, hopefully this is Arsenal getting a little bit smart, a little bit wise, not a major injury, and an opportunity for Havertz to get a break. Maybe they'll send him on holiday or give him some medical treatment. So, listen, good news. Dark arts, yes, even Troy Deeney was giving us props, and there you go. He loves criticising us. So, Havertz will not play for Germany. People, thank you very much for tuning in today. Appreciate your support as always. 2,000 of you in the chat. Been an excellent show. Great roundup. We'll still be busy during the international break. And don't forget, I'm live around 5 o'clock today. OGs with Turkish. So make sure you come and check that out. And we'll discuss all things Arsenal and probably some hip-hop and some other stuff as well. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Take care. And I will see you all on here tomorrow, people. Bless.